welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a mouth shield. The reason I was thinking of making this is because within the past few months, I, as well as so many other people, have been dealing with acne, also known as maskne, around the area that you would wear a mask. After constantly washing my mask and taking other precautions to get rid of the acne, nothing was actually working. So I ended up getting a face shield to try and help with that. And it did help, but I also had an issue with the face shield. I was concerned that this area that lays on your forehead, it is foam, it is porous, and still has the opportunity to cause acne. And also if you wear this, it's kind of obstructive. It's not the most clear plastic, and I also don't wear glasses ever, so I'm not used to having something in front of my eyes. So when I go to the store, it just really bothers me. So I started looking up mouth shields online because I wanted to see if there was something like a face shield that was clear but didn't cover my eyes. And there are, but even on Amazon they were like $20, and I was not about to spend that much on a face shield. I spent $2 on the full face shield. So as I like to do, I went to Dollar Tree and I was like, all right, I'm gonna find a way to make this myself for under $5. You don't have to go to Dollar Tree to buy these. You can get them really at any store that carries it. But for the first thing that you will need is a clear portfolio. Actually cut out the front already because I had some prototypes that I've been working on, because I've gone through like 3 or 4 different attempts at trying to master what's the most comfortable and most unproblematic mouth shield. So clear organizer, safety glasses, these are also sold at Dollar Tree. Some sort of elastic. The elastic I have is pretty thin but strong. If you prefer the thicker elastic that is typically used for masks, you can also do that. Theoretically, you could just use ribbon or string if you don't want to go out and buy elastic. And then finally, a hot glue gun. I also tested several different glues for this project, and hot glue has been the best for this type of materials. So let's get to work. Okay, first thing you're gonna wanna do is to plug in your hot glue gun so it can start warming up. Make sure you lay it on some sort of safe surface so that way the glue doesn't get everywhere. Set that aside. Okay, first you are going to take your safety glasses, and we actually want to separate the black part from the clear part. You can do that however you want. You might just be able to pull it apart, but I'm going to take a mini screwdriver and push the plastic away from the black base, and it comes off pretty easily. And we're going to set that aside. We don't need that anymore. So next we are going to take our clear folder organizer, and we want to cut out a piece that will stretch from this area all across. So I'm going to take this and kind of line this up to see about how much I need to cut off. And I suggest leaving a little extras on the sides. You definitely want to have more versus less, so we can always cut that away later. You want to make sure you cut it high enough so that way it will cover your mouth and your nose. This too, I suggest leaving extra room because we can always make adjustments later on. So this side cut, I'm going to put a little snip here. This was only $1, and I got a couple of different masks out of this, so this is really a cheap way to do it. Okay, by now, hopefully your glue gun should be pretty warmed up. Once you've cut out your plastic piece, you're gonna wanna try and fit it in to see if it measures up or if you need to cut any off. And on the safety glasses, this is the reason why I chose these over other glasses. So they have this little indent right here, all along the edge, that creates just a little pocket to hold the glue and then the plastic piece. You could just glue it to the front if you aren't using safety glasses, but I find that this method works the best. So measuring that is about how long I want it to be. Try to get a higher up view so you can see it better. So that the plastic piece really sticks on there, you want to work very quickly with the hot glue. Once you put it on, you want to immediately put the plastic piece on. So we're going to glue along the entire edge, everywhere that you would put the plastic piece. I'm going to put it right in the corner so that way it's kind of pushed up on the walls. And once I apply the glue, we're just going to sit this here, and I'm going to press down on the plastic against the wall of the glasses to make sure that it's really sticking on there. And this can be a little tricky to do on all sides because it does want to pop up, but just try and hold it in the 2 corners, and then if you feel those sticking a little bit, move on to the center and try and just press it down so that the whole thing adheres to the glasses. want to hold it for at least 30 seconds. I would recommend even longer just to make sure. Now this side I didn't get as much glue on, so I'm actually going to go in again, add some more glue, and then press down only on this side. Make sure you don't burn yourself with the glue. You could actually do this one section at a time if you want. If you're concerned about getting the whole thing to stick at once, that might actually be a good idea. Now I left some on the edges so that it would curve a little bit, and I didn't put any glue there, so I'm going to pop some in on the sides there. Hold that, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to want to wait for that to completely dry, and then you can remove any excess glue that's showing or any of the hot glue strings. Before moving on to the next step, you definitely want to make sure that this is completely cooled and set. Okay, so the idea with this is it's going to rest on your ears, right on your nose, and cover your mouth and nose like this. Low enough so that it doesn't cover your eyes, but long enough so that it covers both your nose and your mouth. I left extra space so that it goes well below my chin because that's how my face shield is, and I just feel like that would provide the most protection rather than just like stopping at your mouth. So like in theory you could stop here, but I have discovered that this method of just wearing it on your ears isn't super secure. Like when it's on, it's easy for it to slip down, fall off, or if you like lean forward, falls off. So that is where the elastic comes into play. Now the other reason why I wanted to use safety glasses is because they have a little hole at the end that just is perfect for tying the elastic. So we are gonna tie elastic through each hole so that way it creates a band to keep them on your head and to keep it tighter so that way if you do lean forward, the shield doesn't fall off. Now I'm gonna take about 12 inches of the elastic, but you may have to alter the measurements depending on what kind of elastic you use. And you're gonna wanna feed it through that hole, tie it a couple of times. You really want this to be securely on there, so I'm gonna tie it 3 different times. Then you're going to want to put this on your ears and measure the elastic to see how much elastic you will actually need to reach the other side and have it rest comfortably on your ears. So I'm going to bring this around. So the elastic actually felt a little bit too loose, so I am going to tie it again, but I'm not just going to tie a knot. I'm going to loop it through the hole again, double knot it, and then feed it through back again. So I really want this to be secure, and the elastic that I'm using is a little bit of a slippery kind of elastic, but we still want to make sure that this is the right size. So you're going to want to tie it, but don't have it be super tight because you may have to adjust it. And then I'm going to test this out. I'm actually going to make mine a little bit tighter. I'm going to try this on again, and there we go. You have a face shield, and if I look down, it's not going to fall off because of the elastic. That's why I definitely recommend having the elastic, because otherwise it might fall down and you're not supposed to be touching your mask while you're out. You could always put some kind of foam or something at the top if it doesn't feel good resting on your nose, but I like this because it's easy to sanitize. So after every single use, since it's just plastic, I can take a disinfectant wipe and just wipe it down, even if I'm going from place to place. I like that it's not fabric or super porous, so that way I can just quickly wipe it down to avoid any bacteria that could possibly get into my skin. So this cost me less than $5 to make, and with the plastic portfolio, you can use it to make several different masks. So if you want one for your car, at work, at home, covers your nose, covers your mouth, but still leaves your eyes, so that way you can see. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, I'd appreciate if you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, share, comment down below. I truly appreciate everything. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.